Hello, everyone. I see we've already got some people saved for the free list. I'm just updating myself on the chat here. Ashley, you said you purchased an Etsy question? I don't have anything. I have a separate folder for those who aren't present for their readings. I don't recall. I have like a list if for whatever reason I'm not able to get to everyone. Let's see. Ashley Vasquez, I looked on my emails and the very last order that I have from you is April 22nd when you were asking if or why people were giving you the evil eye. So we can go back and do some research on the 22nd and try to find your question, but I don't have anything since then. So we're going to go ahead and move on with just announcements for the day. Pretty much everything is the same. However, today we are offering a BOGO, buy one, get one, on all Etsy orders. So if you purchase a question on Etsy, that will include one additional free follow-up question today. So essentially you get 2 for 1. The only stipulation is the follow-up question must be related to your original question. If you are a little bit confused about that, check the description. It will give you some examples. We can't introduce brand new questions, or that would be needing another order. So follow-up question is free for today. Buy one, get one. And those are only through Etsy. Those are not through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely consider it. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much the same for today. The free list is going to start, that's not supposed to say picked at random. To get on the free list, like and subscribe and remain a subscriber. Per usual, just enter your information into the chat. Yeah, Ashley, I'm sorry about that. Sometimes people go to my page on Etsy and they accidentally order from someone else because they think that they're ordering from me because Etsy's SEO allows for advertising and things like that, even if you're on my page. So I would just check your order history through Etsy and just see if you maybe accidentally ordered from someone else. But I just checked mine just to make sure I wasn't missing anything, and I do not have anything since April 22nd. All right, so Queen, unless you have anything else to add for today, we can go ahead and get started on the free list whenever y'all are ready. Oh yeah. One more thing. We Oh my god, guys, I completely forgot what I was just gonna say. Whoa, that was so weird. It just like went in and went out. I'll let you know if I remember. Okay, let's start with Elisa. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was gonna let you guys know that we don't have anyone on the pre-order list right now. So if you do order through Etsy, Venmo, or PayPal, you will be the first on the list. All right, so Elisa. Elisa, you're a Gemini. Very cool. Okay, so Spirit, this is for Elisa. I wonder if I'll be able to get back onto my original soul path again soon. Spirit, can you advise, will this happen soon for Elisa? Spirit says yes for you, Elisa. Thank you. Hello, those of you who are just now joining us. We're working on the free list right now. There is a countdown. It starts about 2 minutes ago. So if you are interested in a free reading, read the description to see how to be added to the free list. Me, am I going to be a medical student in the next 4 years? Yes or no, please. I'm getting a yes for you, me. Hello, Kendra. You're welcome, Elisa. Ashley. Is my energy drained because I need to start drinking more water instead of soda? Is my energy drained? Ashley, I'm getting a no for you on that one. I, of course, from just a holistic health dietary standpoint, would advise on more water and less soda, but there could be something else going on. Nikita, does OP talk good about Nikita to others? Does OP say good things about Nikita to other people? Does OP say good things about Nikita to other people? Nikita, I am getting a inconclusive on that, but the message from Spirit is that they don't typically talk about you to other people. And if they do, it's very neutral. It's not bad or anything, but it's not necessarily like they're saying high praises or anything right now. Is Sanu a player bad boy? Pooja should avoid. Okay, so this is for Roshni. Roshni wants to know, should they avoid Sanu because they're a player? Yes or no? Yes or no? Roshni, I am getting that they could have those tendencies of playing the field. I don't necessarily feel they're a big player or anything like that, but I will say that they do have some tendencies that you may want to avoid. So ultimately, that's a yes, Roshni. You're welcome, Nikita. You're welcome, Ashley. Just a reminder for you guys, our orders and donation list is open and we're doing a buy one and get one sale right now, where if you place an order through Etsy, you automatically will get a free follow-up question. So if you are interested in that and want to save a little money and get some more information on your reading, definitely consider doing that. There's just a stipulation to the follow-up question must be related to your through your original inquiry. So if you have any questions on that, there's examples in the description box. Jennifer, will I accomplish my financial goals this month? Jennifer, will I accomplish? That's a really good question. Will I accomplish my financial goals this month? Jennifer, you're getting a maybe. Ultimately a yes, more than likely. You will. I think it's just a matter of maintaining control and saving and doing all the things that you need to do to get there, working hard, don't procrastinate. And I think if you don't hit them, I think you'll get very close. Just a second, guys. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Roshni, yes. Your intuition does work. So this is for Mary Doll. Mary Doll. Miriam wants to know, will my husband Ahmed reconcile with me? Mary Doll, Spirit's giving you a yes. A yes again. Reset, please. This is for NNFK. Will Troy B come back to me? Yes or no, please, Spirit. Will Troy B come back to me? I am getting a no for right now. They're not in the energy to reconcile with you. Alishba. You're welcome. Alishba. Is Sagittarius you into someone or indulge into someone? The Sagittarius you into someone or indulge into someone? Alishba, ultimately I am getting a no. Their thoughts could be with someone else, but they're not actively entertaining something. Kendra. Kendra says, reset please. Thank you. Kendra Johnson says, will Ryan ask me on a date, please? Yes or no? Will Ryan ask me on a date? Ooh, energy. Energy's moving. Which way is it gonna go? Spirit, will Ryan ask Kendra on a date, please? I feel like something's happening in real time. So they're trying to tell me yes or no. Will Ryan ask Kendra on a date? So Kendra, I think it could have been a no, but something just shifted. So I got a yes for you. So I know that could be a little bit confusing, but I feel like it's more than likely possible that Ryan is intending to ask you out on a date. I think that when you asked the question, it was going to go to a no, but then it moved to a yes. So something must have just happened in real time. Queen has been saying a lot of my readings are happening in real time. So it is confusing. So originally they said no, but then they said yes. So I think that Ryan may have just in this moment had that thought that they were going to ask you out. Mary, will people have a good impression of Mary tomorrow? Yes, Mary, you got a yes. I did text him earlier. I haven't heard from him. Luna is the real-time prediction queen. You crack me up. I'm humbled by that. I don't even know how to react, but trust what Queen says, I guess. It's weird because like people ask me things and it's like they happen as I'm doing the reading. So like they'll say, you know, is this person gonna reach out? And I'm like, I can say with good confidence they are going to contact you. And they're like, oh my God, they literally just called me. So it's pretty funny. That's been happening to me a lot lately. 5 minutes left on the free list, guys. Today's special is a buy one get one on Etsy. All Etsy orders will include an additional free follow-up question. As long as the question is related to your original reading, it will qualify for a free extra question. Jennifer, I did get that. Thank you very much. You will be first on our orders and donations list. You don't have to think of your second question now. Just if you think of it while I'm doing your reading, then you can, because a lot of times during the readings, you think of something else relating to that question. So just let me know whenever that second question comes to you. Unless if you already know it, you can definitely let me know. Thank you for subscribing and liking, Golden. Appreciate you. You guys, thank you so much for liking this video. Me, I did already answer your question. I think you missed it, but I got a yes. Yours was towards the beginning of the stream. Golden moment. Golden moment is new here. Let's all welcome Golden. Will things go well between me and the Aries, please? Spirit, yes or no? Will things go well between me and the Aries? The rods cross, Golden, so that is a yes for you. Right, Golden, just so you know, I do free readings every time I stream, like basically every day, at least once a day. I do free readings, and you don't have to be a new subscriber to get one. You can do it whether you're a returning viewer or a new viewer. That's just how we do things over here. So we would love for you to stay subscribed and come back and at the very least get some free readings if you get here in time while my list is open. I am offering a buy one get one today through Etsy. So if you place an order with me today through Etsy, you get an additional free reading relating to the original question. So if you have any questions about that, just take a look at the description box to see how you can get that done. And my link tree is also in the description as well, you guys, if you are interested in placing an order. We also do mini readings here, so if you wanted to place an order on Etsy, or I'm not sorry, Etsy, PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, you can do that as well for a mini reading. Queen will explain to you if you're curious. We do Golden Ice Stream Tuesdays through Fridays. Occasionally you'll see me Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but very rarely. And I come on early afternoon Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes I stream till 7 or 8 at night. Sometimes I take a break and come back. But yeah, every day, Tuesday through Friday. But yes, I also offer limited readings. There's a minimum donation of $3, but you can build for more. You can essentially build the reading that you want, and Queen can give you more information on that if you're interested. You're welcome, Golden. Jennifer. Okay, so Jennifer says there's a spirit that may have tried to communicate with her 2 nights ago. Her question is, did a spirit try to communicate with me 2 nights ago? Did a spirit, or did her spirit try to communicate with her 2 nights ago? Jennifer, you did have a spirit guide that was trying to communicate with you, yes. Peru, are you new here, Peru? So we have 619 subscribers. We do have a goal that we try to meet each time. So if you are new here and you got a free question or are getting a free question from me, definitely subscribe. Welcome. Peru. Does the Leo watch me online? Yes or no, please, Peru? Does the Leo watch me online? All right, Spirit said yes for you. So Jennifer says, what does Spirit want me to know? Oh, Peru, did your subscription show? Let's see. I didn't get a notification. Yes, yep, but I see that my sub count went up. So yes, we got your subscription, Peru. Thank you very much. Those of you who are still hanging out, we are now on to orders and donations. So if you place an order or if you donate to us, then we'll get you on the list. The free list is closed now. Let me go ahead and create a new banner here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that should be updated. And then let me update my stream here. Okay. You're welcome, Peru. Absolutely. You're welcome. So Jennifer, because you placed an order through Etsy, you get to intuitively choose your tarot deck. So just let me know which crystal or stone is calling to you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So we have a tiger's eye here. We have a lapis lazuli. We have jade, amethyst. Number 2 is calling, so that is letter A. A correlates with our everyday witch tarot. People like number 2 a lot, and I like it as well because this deck really, I get a lot of information from it. So, all right. We're also going to include an oracle into your reading because you placed an order through Etsy. So we're going to see which oracle you get. Number 5. Considering your question, it's actually really good that you got this oracle deck. Spirit just knows, because this has a lot of like advice and basically gentle nudges on how to improve your life and things like that. So this is a really good deck. All right. All right, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and channel your energy, and then we'll get started on your reading. Spirit, what does Jennifer need to know? What do you want Jennifer to know? Okay, so I heard inner child. Jennifer, I heard inner child healing that needs to be done. I'm not sure if you're in like a stable relationship right now, but in order to either maintain the stable connection or if you're single, find a relationship, you have to have this inner child healing. It feels like to me, and you can let me know if I'm wrong, but it feels like there was some kind of upbringing where things in your family weren't always stable. It's possible that you were a child of divorce, or hopefully not, but it could be worse. Like you could have had traumatic things happen in your life where you were supposed to be protected, but you weren't. And or you could have a family that, you know, your parents could still be together, but like things weren't always good, things weren't always happy. Maybe you feel like you guys don't confront things and talk things through, or you feel like you couldn't really be yourself. I don't know, there's just a bunch of different examples Spirit's giving to me, but essentially there's a part of you in yourself, in your inner child, that needs to be healed. So this could have been just because of one event that happened or multiple events, but there's some things that needs to be healed here. So if you are in a relationship, the Spirit is saying you're healing through this relationship. Like I'm talking a romantic relationship, but in order for you to maintain this connection and also continue to grow within, you do need to continue to heal yourself. And if you are not in a relationship at all, I am getting that in order for this person to be able to come in, you have some work to do on yourself. When it comes to commitments, when it comes to, I'd be interested to see, like, hold on a second. I set my my dowsing rod's on the bed behind me, and like my boyfriend's taking a nap, and I guess he moved the blanket and they just came crashing down. So anyways, that could be a message for you. But if you are single, what I was saying was you just have to like work on yourself a bit. The Four of Wands indicates commitment, and I was saying I would be interested to see, as those rods fell, I was saying I'd be interested to see your birth chart. I'd be interested to see what is going on in your Venus and the house of romance and love and things, because even if you're not interested in a relationship right now, or you feel content in your relationship, Spirit keeps nodding me towards relationships right now that are kind of stemming from your childhood. So that is something to keep in mind. I see here the Emperor. It's typically a masculine energy, but one who doesn't really budge, move. They're very like stoic. They very rarely show their emotions, their authority. They're a father figure. This is like a masculine presence in your life that is being like very highlighted here in the center of your reading, and it's next to heartbreak. So I don't know if that was like a grandpa, a father, an uncle, or even just like a masculine in a relationship you've had where you've suffered heartbreak, but it's a masculine energy here. And Spirit is saying that you don't really go in that often. Like, you are drawn to the spiritual world, you're drawn to manifestations and meditations and things like that, and you are aware of it and you do believe certain things, but you very rarely actually practice these things. And the Hermit in reverse is showing that you very rarely are willing to dig in and dive into your, like, for instance, you could say you meditate or you want to meditate, but you don't really do it. That's what I mean. Like, you believe in these things are beneficial, but you don't actually do it. But there's some introspection. There's some things that you know are coming up to the surface. It could be a tower moment, kind of like the rods that came out. It kind of felt like a tower moment. But I kind of feel like it's like some things you don't want to see or don't want to face, but they're going to start coming through anyways. So continue on doing these things that you feel are beneficial. As a matter of fact, do them more. If you do them now, do them more. You said, I'm single and just got out of a relationship 1 month ago. I'm currently healing my inner child. Yeah, so just continue on doing that, because it's like there's certain things that are coming up that you're just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And it's very possible. I'm never going to put all the blame on you, because I don't know your personal situation with the relationship, but it could be that you realized that this inner healing was happening and that you were evolving and you were changing, and it's likely due to that your frequency changed, and it's why you're not in a relationship anymore. So if you're happy about that, congratulations to you. If you're not, then I would just say continue on this path of healing. It just doesn't look like things were very structured for you in your younger years, and it's like now you're trying to navigate through that. I see you here showing up as a knight or a page, here with the Page of Wands, and it's like you, even though you were young, you still had to be courageous and fearless and protect yourself. It was like a survival instinct. So like at an age very young for you, you felt like, who's here to protect me? I have to protect myself, which is a very interesting thing to see here. I don't typically pick up on that through readings. I think you're a very independent person and you feel like you can really rely only on yourself. I don't feel like that's an energy that you are going to have to dwell in for a very long time, as long as you do the work. I feel like there is love here for you. At the very bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you do have that ability to have that emotional connection with the masculine energy, and you will have that happy family and future, whatever that may be, like a stable job, a child, a life partner, just something that you feel established in that is there for you. It's just, we have to bring some things to an end, we have to break certain cycles here. So let's see what advice we have. Did you have a follow-up question to this reading, Jennifer? All right, so we have multifaceted. So everything is not as it seems on the surface. There are multiple layers to the situation. It's almost like you have to just really peel back those, even if it's unpleasant. There could be some things of your past that you completely even forgot about that will start to come up a little bit for you. We have a spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So I feel like the things that are happening are for your highest good. Like I said, I was expecting with this reading for a Tower to come out, but considering the fact that your Tower already happened, it makes sense that the Tower card was not going to come out. If you believe in astrology and birth charts and things like that, I would definitely learn a little bit about yours or get it read by someone that you trust or that you feel you can trust. Now, our birth charts are basically like a map to our life. We don't necessarily have to abide by it or feel like we're stuck to our birth chart, but it is good to know because it gives you a little bit of insight as to why you think the way that you do, why the things have happened in your life. So it's just kind of just good information to have. We have that new or romantic love is here for you, which is something that I did feel. And it is something that I mentioned here with the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this is like a new or renewed feeling in your romantic life. Another message is let yourself feel all of your emotions. I think that's a very important message for this reading in particular. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So when I think of the rainbow spectrum, I think of all your chakras, and I think that every single chakra is trying to send you a message. So maybe pay a little bit more attention to trying to align those as well. We also have forgiveness heals. It's time to release any repressed anger, sadness, shame, resentment. Basically, like, allow yourself to release that and be free of that because you don't want it to block your health and happiness. So Jennifer, you do get a follow-up question if you'd like to take it for this particular reading. Do you have any specific questions for Spirit, or is there any other guidance or advice you want here regarding this reading? All right, so the follow-up question on the love part, will it be a new person or an ex? Oh, good question, good question. Let's see. For those of you who are hanging out, just wanted to let you know that the BOGO will be all throughout this stream. So if you are interested in ordering on Etsy, we have that special going on today. All right, Spirit. So the follow-up question on the love part that we received here, the new love that is here for Jennifer, is this a new person or an ex? Can you show me a yes or no? Is it a new person? Is it a new person? Is this new love a new person? Is this new love an ex? Yes or no, please? Is this new love an ex? Tell me more about this person, please. I heard rekindling. I feel like this is someone from the past, Jennifer. Let me dig into this a little bit more. So first and foremost that's coming through is that I feel like if you want this ex back, whoever that is, that's there for you. Spirit wants you to know you have the power here. So it almost feels like the weirdest image came to me just now is that you're creating the energy for this person to come in. It's almost like you're making this person from your own will, basically, because it almost looks like a spell or a potion or something is being cultivated here. So if you're really wanting this person back, I feel like this person is here for you. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't think this person's completely left your energy at all. I feel like by the magician being here and saying you have all the tools in your arsenal to dark person, you see it, dark hair, that's very cool, to create this. I feel like if you want this person back, you're going to be able to make that happen. So Spirit essentially gave me a yes for both questions. They were telling me this could be someone new, but it's whatever your heart desires is what you will get. So if you're desiring the ex, you're not desiring moving forward with someone else, I feel like you're making that happen. In addition to that, we also have the Five of Swords, and this indicates someone from the past to be, because this is about struggle and maybe conflict or frustration. And typically you wouldn't have this type of history or this type of energy with someone if you didn't have history with them. This is a situation where some effort is going to need to be put in. And I see here with the Eight of Cups, I see that this person is someone you've walked away from. So these are all the indicators that make me believe what's here for you in love is someone from the past. I'm getting that confirmation from Queen here. Queen also picks up on details and gets divine readings and messages and things like that from Spirit. So whenever she confirms with me, I feel like that's double confirmation for you. But I feel like what's happening is that it's almost like if you want to make a wish upon a star, is like the image Spirit's giving me. If you had a wish and you made that wish and it was to whatever it is, it will come true. So like if the one wish that you have right now is to be back with this person, maybe after you guys have done some healing and realigned, that wish will come true. So I hope that that answered your question. I'm leaning towards the past person, but I definitely think that it's whatever you desire, whatever is like deep in your heart and what you want is what will come to you. The other thing that I noticed, another message, was the Ten of Cups being upright in this reading, which is very good because in the last reading it was in reverse. So it almost feels like you and this person are going to kind of rewrite your story when it comes to family, when it comes to love, and when it comes to relationships. So that was actually a really sweet message. You are welcome, Jennifer. Absolutely. I'm so glad. Thank you for placing an order with me. I appreciate you. All right, so the order list and donation list is open. We are doing a special today where you buy one, get one on Etsy orders. So if you place an order through Etsy, that order will include one additional free follow-up question. And as long as that question relates to your original inquiry, the original reading, then we're good. But I just have to throw that disclaimer in there. It's not for a brand new situation or unrelated question. It's a follow-up question, but it's in there, it's free, and we dig into that second question a little bit to give you some more insight. I notice a lot of times when I do readings, people have follow-up questions from what I've said because some new information has been brought to light, and this is the perfect opportunity for you to be able to dig into those additional questions if you have them. So something to consider. Hello, Rashima. How's it going? Welcome on in here. Rashima is like number one fan here in this Luna community. Rashima is here every freaking day. Like, I never misses a beat. We love Rashima over here in the community. So I actually just got a package delivered to me, so I'm gonna run and grab that real quick. But guys, keep an eye on the chat. Just another heads up as well. Queen is like my number one go-to person. So if you guys have any questions that I may not be able to get to because when I channel, I like black out. I do not pay attention to the chat. If you have questions, it's definitely important over here to read the chat. This will also tell you if we have any specials going on, any giveaways, anything crazy and exciting that we have going on is always going to be continually repeated throughout the chat. And also it tells you how to get a reading with me or what it is that I'm offering for that particular day. So definitely keep an eye on the chat as much as you keep an eye on the screen. Readings are open. The list is open for Etsy. or for Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. With Etsy today, we are doing BOGO, buy one, get one. So if you place an order through Etsy for a question, you'll get an additional follow-up free question. If you have any need any details on that, you can also check the description under this video as well, or just ask your question here in the chat and we'll be happy to answer those for you. Through Etsy, you can order 1, 2, or 3 questions. Those are detailed readings, and you get to intuitively choose your deck. You also get an oracle reading added in, and it's a 10-card spread. Well, typically, it's like an 8 to 10 card spread. So it's always very good to place an order through Etsy if you want a more detailed reading. And today we're also doing a special where you get an additional follow-up question for free if you order through Etsy. As Queen said, you can also build your own tarot reading where you donate a minimum of $3 and you get a mini reading, but the more you donate, the more in depth we go with it. You can also add in channeled messages. It says here donated readings are $5 for 5 cards. So make sure that if you're interested in building for more, that you just donate more and we'll go a little bit more in depth. Sophia placed an order through Etsy. All right, so we'll take a look here. Sarifa. I say Safria every time, just ignore me. I know it's Reef. I know it's Sarifa. Oh my God, I am so sorry. So Reef placed an order for 1 question. So Reef, you can go ahead and place your question now in the chat. And if you don't know what your follow-up question for this reading will be, you can just hold off. But if you do know what your follow-up question will be, go ahead and put that now in the chat. Sometimes when I'm doing readings, they have an additional question pertaining to that reading later on, and you won't know what that will be until later. So just go ahead and post your first question at least if you know what that is. It's totally okay. Yeah, so like whenever you're ready, just go ahead and place that not place the order, put the question. I'm sorry guys, I feel like my brain is not working today, but go ahead and let me know what your question is whenever you're ready. I just wanted to check in on Tim's feelings towards me, his reconciliation in the near future. Okay, sounds good. Let me know which crystal is calling to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. All right, so you picked the Light Seers deck here with number 5. And we're going to also roll for your oracle. We have number 6, which is the Oracle of the 7 Energies. I have decks everywhere over here, so I was just trying to find the correct deck for you. Sorry, I just realized there was a delay and I had to catch up. No, you're good. You're good. All right, we also... Oh no, never mind. Disregard. It sounded like that they did, but it was for Reef. It was like there was a delay in the notification, I guess. So why did FedEx come today? Okay. They were here for a minute and then they left, so. I wanted to check in on Tim's feelings. Spirit, can you please let me know Tim's feelings towards Reef, please? Tim's feelings towards Reef. Is reconciliation in the near future? All right, so Tim's feelings towards Reef. So those are your 2 questions, right, Reef? You have 1 question and then a follow-up, I see. What are Tim's feelings towards Reef? Oh my. What are Tim's feelings towards Reef, please? What are Tim's feelings towards Reef? These cards are just so pretty. They make my stream look so lovely. I love the Light Seers deck. Tim's feelings towards Sarita, please. Okay, so Sarif, I am getting that reconciliation is in the near future, yes. I had the 8 of Wands and I had the 4 of Wands as well. So that is incoming very quickly. New messages, conversation, connection, reconciliation, as well as likely the desire for recommittal, being recommitted to you. And then both of those cards are also a yes card for me. So I am seeing that for your second question. We'll dig into it a little bit more. Hey, I Speak, what's up? Queen will keep you posted on what we've got going on right now, but we do have a BOGO going on my Etsy orders. So you get a free follow-up question if you're interested in placing an Etsy order today. As far as Reef, his feelings for you, I feel like he lives in the past a bit. I'm hearing that he is having trouble maybe fully moving on from you. I see that there's been a history here, or maybe individually with himself, he feels like he's got a lot of walls up. And the Nine of Wands indicates someone who's been through a lot, like there's just so much history here is what I'm seeing. So they feel like metaphorically wounded or scarred, and they feel like they've possibly been burned in the past, or I don't know, there's just something here of significance that is making this person feel like they need to be defensive and put their walls up. But they're having a hard time moving on from you and on from the past. I see with the Chariot that they do want to move forward. Spirit, what do they want to move forward with? They have willpower, determination, and drive to move forward. What do they want to move forward with? Making an offer. They want to move forward with making an offer. What are they scarred from here? Why is their walls up? Okay, so they're having a hard time feeling the ability to be passionate, they're very cautious right now, and they're having a hard time opening up. You know, there's some people out there that are, for example, dreamers, and they feel not necessarily naive, but they feel like anything is possible, and they have a very positive, outgoing mindset, and they see like a lot of potential. They're not jaded from the world or the future, and I feel like he kind of is. I feel like he's the opposite of that. I feel like he has walls up. He's a little bit unsure, a little bit uncertain, and a bit cautious. Let's see. Give me some information. Where does he want a new beginning, please? Okay, so he is desiring more stability and more security in his life. He also is a man who wants to be of means. He wants to be able to afford things and have a life. I heard disposable income is very important to him. It seems to be that he likes to be the provider. He has that archetype of liking to feel like he has control, and how he feels powerful is by having money. So he is looking towards trying to find a way to make himself more a man of means. He feels good about the future. He feels good about working towards this with you. He feels like it's a very positive or successful outcome, which is probably why he's considering moving forward with an offer. What does he regret? What does he regret, Spirit? What is he sad about? What does he regret? Okay, so he does not like being away from you. He is regretful of the fact that you guys are distant from one another. I feel like you guys are not in communication. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I see that. He is regretful of the fact that you guys are no longer together, and he has no really connection to you anymore. What is he feeling conflicted about here? What is he feeling conflicted about? Five of Swords. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming up as well. So he is having a hard time. Like I said, he's living in the past. He's having a hard time moving forward. The Three of Swords in the past, the Page of Wands moves to the future. So because of his heartbreak and his sadness of you guys not being together, being around each other, or being in a relationship with one another, that has him in his feelings. And the Page of Wands is typically a card of potential and discovery and looking forward to the future and feeling it's very bright. And I feel like he feels without you that's not possible. So like I said, he's living in the past. He's very much in the energy of the past, and he's overthinking a lot here. I don't feel like he's very much interested in what other offers are coming his way. I do feel like his mind is very much focused on you. And like I said, Reef, I feel like he is wanting to reconcile with you, yes, because we had the commitment card, and we also had the incoming conversations, communication with the Eight of Wands. What is the energy here? Tim's feeling this towards Reef, please. For those of you who are just now joining us, I just saw the viewers hike up a bit. Our donation and orders list is open. if you are interested in placing an order. So essentially, if he's not communicating with you, I feel like he's not telling you everything that he's feeling. He's trying to bridge the gap between you two. He does not like being away from you. And I feel like if he is not communicating with you, or even if he is, either way, he's trying to create this illusion that he's better off than he actually is. So he could be posting a lot. If you follow him on social media, he could be posting a lot, trying to make his life feel more interesting than what he actually feels it is. There's a lot of illusions, smoke and mirrors here happening. I feel like with you, he feels more grounded. He feels like he can be more authentic in who he actually is. But it feels like the separation is what's awakening this information to him. It's almost like he had an epiphany. We haven't talked in over a week. I expressed how I felt it was being avoided and how I haven't felt like I was being reassured that we were in a relationship to win it. He was telling me how, because of what I said, shows I'm not letting go of the past and that the damage is done. I feel okay, so it's very possible when I said someone was living in the past that it was how he feels you are, because you said Tim's feelings on you. But I don't retract what I've said though, because I definitely feel like he wants to move forward. I think that he just doesn't like the energy that you guys are currently in right now. There was another message that came through when I was reading that. Hold on one second. Yeah, so remember I told you he's cautious, he's jaded, he's not very, he's got his guard up, he's got his walls up. I think that he felt hurt saying whatever time he gives me is not enough, and then apparently I mean someone that's closer. You're long distance. Okay, so let me just tell you, Sarifa, the first thing that I got from that is that he is self-sabotaging, okay? I think that he is more hurt than he lets on. He had the Three of Swords twice in here. The Three of Swords does not come up if he's not in pain. The Ten of Swords is about feeling defeated. I feel like the long distance is very hard for him, and he feels a little bit hurt. He feels like a bit let down. And I don't feel like he really wants to let you go. By him saying that you are like living in the past or whatever, I feel like it's possible he could think that on the surface, but deep down I feel like that's a projection as well. I feel like that's something that he is also doing. He's having a hard time letting you go. Whatever he said didn't really relate to my thoughts. He ended up saying that we should respectfully part ways with peace and love. So I just didn't say anything back and just figured, okay, so that's what I mean by self-sabotage. I feel like he is having a hard time with this more than he's letting on. And I feel like he thinks it's just better to just do this so that way he suffers less pain. But what he's not realizing is that indirectly he is experiencing pain right now. So I think that what you're doing is good. You're giving him his space, but I just want to let you know, I don't see that this is over. I feel like you guys are going to want to come back together again. I feel like the long distance is what's hurting this. And I can understand the insecurities that you may feel being at a distance, because you can't be in each other's presence, right? Your physical energies can't be like together. And so you need more reassurance, you need more communication than you typically would because you're long distance. And so I completely understand that sentiment of wanting more time. However, he could feel a bit pressure, he could feel a bit stressed. And in addition to that, I think that he deep down does desire more communication with you. But I feel like for him, he's what he's saying to you is his own projections. So by him saying, what did he say? It shows, I'm not letting go of the past, the damage is done. He feels that he's living in the past, okay? Saying whatever time he gives you is not enough. It means that he wants to give you more, but he can't. And it's really getting to him. My eyes are actually burning, so I feel like this is something he's actually cried about, Sarifa. And the fact that he says to you that you need someone that's closer as your long distance is because he's having doubts and he's feeling like it's possible that you both would be happier if you were with someone who wasn't long distance. The things that he was saying don't relate to your thoughts because, like I said, he's projecting. So all of his insecurities and all of his doubts, he's telling you that that's what you feel. But you're like, that doesn't make sense because that's not what I feel. That's not what I'm saying. But he's projecting it onto you to make things easier. He's sabotaging the relationship. Diamond Bay, hello. Thank you for donating and welcome back. You just don't want to argue. You would see him online after he states he's going to bed. And then I would barely hear from him except for a little 10-minute convo while he's at work and then good night. But it eventually evolved into that, right? Like when you guys first started talking, the communication was a lot more. And then recently it's like, or over time, it started to become less and less. And I think that's because it's hard for him. Long distance is not easy at all. So I see him like after a minute. Men, when they break up with someone, they feel hurt. But for the most part, pain comes later on down the line. Women experience heartbreak immediately. But then they get stronger and they get over it. And then that's why you have a lot of people come crawling back to you or say you're the one that got away or blah, 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 blah. Because men don't realize what's going on right in front of them right at that time. So women have their heartbreak and have their feelings immediately. And then 6 months later, it's like men have the realization of, oh shit, I really lost this person. Like, what the fuck did I do? So everyone's on their own timeline, but I will say that I feel sadness from him. I feel with the Three of Swords coming out twice, there's absolutely no way that he is not hurting from this. And I also felt like crying, tears and things like that. So I do feel like this is something that he's felt. He's not letting on illusions and mirrors. He's not telling you everything that he's feeling. He's trying to make it seem like he's better off than he actually feels. Diamond Bay, go ahead and pick your crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. It was a lot more, and I just personally felt there's someone in the mix because I would see him online and I would write to him and he wouldn't even respond. But of course, he's not going to admit that. And what I would... Okay, so Reef, I would say follow your intuition on that. I personally didn't see 3 of Cups or even like 3 of Pentacles. I didn't see any third-party energy. But it could be that right now he just wants to keep his options open, even if there's not someone in particular that he has in mind. But I feel like he is going to reach out to you and try to reconcile with you down the line. I'm never going to tell you your intuition is wrong. But what I am going to tell you is that I see him coming back. So you picked Citrine, Diamond Bay. We have the Lover's Tarot. And let's roll for your oracle. If you place an order through Etsy, you get an oracle added into your reading. Number 4. that's my new deck. That's exciting. This is the astrology deck. You're welcome, Reef. Absolutely. Diamond Bay, June in general love. All right. So this month, general love. June, general love. Reef, one more thing. If you're still here, let me know if you're still here because I just got another message. Actually, I'm going to type it so I don't forget. Channeling down from that and moving on to Diamond. Diamond Bay, June, general love. Diamond Bay, June, general love. It's funny, Diamond Bay, that you got the Lovers Tarot and you wanted a general love reading for June. No, you're good. You're good. Feel free to re-listen. I always encourage that. Diamond Bay. I've done a few readings for you, but I do not recall if you're in a relationship or not. But what I will say is I am seeing in love, something is expanding here. So if you are in a relationship, things are progressing naturally. And if you're not in a relationship, I feel like that could mean that you're about to add someone into your life. You've done the work that needs to be done. And now Spirit just wants to reward you here. Now, let's see. Who is this person? Who is this person? Who is this person, Spirit? Who is this person? Ooh, so you have Triumph. Who is this person? I believe Triumph. Yeah, Triumph is the world. Six of Cups. So this could... Ooh, I'm feeling someone from the past here. Six of Cups for you, Diamond Bay. Someone who you walked away from, but not fully. The Six of Arrows are in reverse. Okay, someone who you've been in separation from for a little while. We have the Hermit card, so that's a card of solitude. This is also someone who you've had likely conflicts in the past with, or maybe you didn't really see eye to eye, or maybe you felt like the relationship wasn't fully balanced. For example, you were putting more into this than they were, or vice versa. But I see here with the World, this is someone who you thought you were closing a chapter with, and in fact you're not. So this is someone from your past coming up, Diamond Bay. Can you give me some more information on this Eight of Coins? What work is being put in? What effort? What work is being put in? What effort? Okay. So it looks like the scales are being balanced here with the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins is saying work and efforts being put into overcoming challenges or overcoming hurdles. It feels like it's of the past. And with the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting that the scales are being balanced. So what that means is if you felt like someone had the upper hand on you, or maybe you felt like, I know this is a horrible thing to say, but if you felt like you were settling or something like that, this person is working their way up to being of value and someone who you feel like is on your level. Good God. Usually when he's done, he has you blocked and everything. So when you said usually when he's done, you know what that says to me, Reef? It says to me that there is a cycle that continues to happen between you guys. He's coming back around again, because this is obviously a dynamic that's happened before. Prince of Coins, give me some information on that. Okay, so I see you, Diamond Bay, reclaiming your power. Your wishes are being fulfilled here. So is this person coming back in June? Is this person from the past coming back in June? So I have that this person's coming back this month. I feel like within 31 days or however long a month is, this person's going to be coming back. The Page of Swords indicates a very fast acting person. And in addition to that, that's a yes card for me. So that is what I have for you for that reading. Well, hold on. Let me see if anything else is coming through. No, I think that's it. You said, what are their next actions? So Diamond Bay, that can be your follow-up question if you like. You got it, Reef. Exactly. Interesting. So I pulled out this deck, which was nowhere near this deck, okay? Yet this card was in there. This is Ace of Cups, okay? So this is an offer of love. I'm going to leave that there for your reading. Okay, so what are their next actions? Spirit, what are their next actions? What are their next actions? This person that's coming in, what are their next actions? So they feel like there's an obstacle to get to you. What are their next actions, Spirit? What are their next actions? Okay, so we have yin and we have mutable. Okay, so there is a sexual energy that surrounds you at present, Diamond Bay, with this person. So their next actions coming towards you are likely going to be fairly forward. I feel like they would be open to, like, it might be something communicating with you about how you look or your body, or it could just be like literally wanting a hookup or something like that, but they are thinking a lot sexually. I have a message here, a combination of tension and flow, but it feels rewarding. So it does feel very sexual. I feel like this person is welcoming change and wanting you back. So they are going to maybe offer something new. They might come to you at also not only sexual, but also an emotional way. So I feel like communication is the next step, but I'm going to dig into this. What are the next actions here? What are the next actions? You said girl. That's the obstacle, probably. What are their next actions? So the obstacle is that they are having trouble getting to you. That's funny. What are their next actions, please? Show me actions. So I feel like they're going to want to appeal to you on an emotional level, but also they're feeling very sexual. That's just what I'm getting here. But they're going to want to communicate. Oh, I didn't even see this here. Mercury. Mercury is communicate, think, learn, network, and communicate. So I feel like they are going to try to reach out, but they'll try to appeal to you in a different way. Even though their underlying energy may be like, if they've always been very like sexual or like kind of like that fuck boy energy, you know what I mean? I feel like underneath it all, they still have those ideas, thoughts, and likely intentions, but I feel like they're going to try to approach it in a different way because we have mutable energy, which is change, and approaching to you on a more intuitive, emotional level. So I feel like that's going to be their approach. So it likely would be something like, I really miss you, I miss talking to you, and try to communicate with you in some way that affects you emotionally and makes you feel like things feel a little bit different. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates that there's a turning point in this relationship and this person's going to come forward with some type of offer. It is a pentacle, so I feel like the offer could be some type of hangout that requires spending money. What are their next actions? What are the next actions? Yeah, they're going to come at you on a more romantic angle, a more like relationship-esque. To be completely honest with you, I feel like they are leveling up. They view you as like the ultimate beauty, and I feel like they are trying to balance the scales in some way here. But I will be honest that if they come forward to you with the next month, which I feel like is going to happen, they're not fully changed. So that is just something to be aware of. So I don't know if you continue to have like, maybe you'll have like a run-in, like a unexpected sighting of each other or something like that. Or maybe you'll feel like you want to unblock them or something like that and just see if they happen to reach out to you. But I feel like them coming to you right now doesn't, like, let's just say if something in the past made you not feel agreeable with this person, if you felt like you had certain things that you wanted from this connection, yet they weren't providing it to you, I just want to let you know they have evolved, but they're not 100% that person that you want them to be. So take that with a grain of salt, but they haven't forgotten about you. Two of Cups. They feel very seen by you. And so their approach is going to be that of any more emotional connection, but just know that who they are underneath the surface. Like, I'm picturing the devil. I'm picturing like a lot of like earthly pleasures and indulgences and things like that. So however they've approached you before, whatever their underlying motive was, it's still kind of there, but they have changed a bit. Yeah, so that's what I have for you, Diamond. I feel like I'm just talking in circles and saying the same thing over and over, so I feel like that means Spirit doesn't have anything more to say on that. Nettie, if that's your name, yeah, it looks like Queen already answered your question, but at the same time, I don't even see that you were in here today, so sorry about that, but definitely consider coming back tomorrow for another free reading. You're very welcome, Diamond Bay. I just saw where you said thank you. You're welcome. All right, so we have a donation through PayPal. For a mini reading. Red Rose, go ahead with your question whenever you're ready. Thank you for the donation. You got it. While you work on that, I'm going to go grab a drink. So, Queen, I didn't tell you, but I got this little watch here, and it's a Fitbit, but it's like an off-brand one. And anyway, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's got a lot of neat little features, and it was only like $19.99. And really, I just wanted to track my steps for the day, but it does like a couple other things. Like it can get it can send emails to your phone. You can't like respond to them, but you can see them. It sends text messages and things like that, and then reminders to like get up and get moving. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, but my sister and I were like, we just really want to track our steps. We don't want to feel like we have to bring our phone everywhere to track our steps, because that's kind of annoying. But we were like, we also don't want to spend like $100. So we looked it up, and it's $19.99. So I'm pretty excited. I am nowhere near my goal for steps, but it's nice to be able to see what I'm doing per day and get those reminders to get up and get moving. All right, so Red Rose, why does it seem Chris got in a relationship with Chloe a while back if he has feelings and intentions towards me? Okay, let's take a look here. I feel like I don't remember doing that reading yesterday, but that's fine. I remember the name Chris, though. I do remember the name Chris. All right, let's see here. Yeah, you worded it totally fine. All right, Spirit, can you please advise here? Why does it seem Chris got into a relationship? Why did Chris get into a relationship with Chloe if he has feelings and intentions towards Red Rose? So Red Rose, a message that just came through while I was shuffling is this has changed. This has since changed. So basically, even if he had feelings for you prior to the relationship, it wasn't enough to make him not move into this relationship with Chloe. However, I feel like since being in the relationship, something has shifted, something has changed. And so these intentions and feelings may have gotten stronger since being in the relationship. So that's one of the things that is key importance here, is that these feelings and intentions have either manifested or have grown since being in the relationship. It wasn't enough to stop them, but it is something that they've recognized and realized. Yeah, so the tower here indicates epiphanies, right? It indicates revelations and things that have become almost highlighted or kind of just smacking him right in the face right now. So that kind of coincides with what I was saying in regards to that. So you're saying despite having feelings and intentions towards you, why did he get into a relationship? Because those feelings and intentions that he has now weren't necessarily his feelings and intentions prior to getting into a relationship with Chloe. You said yesterday's reading was more of his feelings and actions towards me. Yes. I remember that. Okay, the 2 to 3 weeks part in the name Chris is coming back to me. So that is why, in a roundabout way, to put it very plainly, is that his feelings and intentions towards you either weren't as strong as they are now, or they hadn't manifested yet. So that's why he got into a relationship with this other person. Keep in mind, everything is fluid, time is fluid, energy doesn't recognize time, things like that. So just because they feel the way that they feel now doesn't necessarily mean that's how they felt before they got into a relationship. I hope I'm making sense. I hope that's clear and understanding. I am feeling that the relationship with Chloe has also highlighted the connection that they have with you as well. And with the tower, I feel like there is a tower moment coming in their relationship. I feel like there's been some things that they can't really deny since being in a relationship. I feel like denial was also a big thing here. That could be another factor as well, is that they were trying to deny the thoughts that they had about you or the feelings that they had for you, and they went into a relationship with this person. There's a lot of reasons why people do the things that they do. Chloe could also be a karmic partner. This is an example. I'm not saying that that's the case because I don't see the Wheel of Fortune coming out, but it could also be that it's a cycle that he has not broken karmically. So there's a lot of different reasons why this person could have done what they did, but specifically for you, I am seeing that they've now started having realizations since being in the relationship that they did not have before. Therefore, it wasn't enough for them to not go into a relationship with someone. However, now that's the case. It totally makes sense. Okay, perfect. I'm glad. Hello, Destiny. Yes, you can donate. I just wanted to let you know, if you order through Etsy, you will get one free follow-up question to your reading. That is a BOGO that we're offering today. It has to be a related question to your reading, but we have that opportunity for you. And keep in mind, the Etsy readings are detailed readings, 8 to 10 card spreads, plus we add Oracle into them. But if you wanted to donate through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App for a mini reading, it's a minimum of $3. You can also add in channeled messages for $2, so $5 total if it's regarding a romantic partner. Or if you wanted to donate like 10 for your question, for your one question, you can kind of build for more. So we'll go more in depth for you. Red Rose, so he has more recognition of his feelings towards me. Exactly. And I think that it's very possible that despite being in a relationship with this other person, he has, like, I guess he thought also too, being in a relationship with someone else, that maybe that bond would grow stronger and his feelings for you would dissipate or like lessen. But instead they've done the opposite, and I think that that's really something that he's had to like accept. because it did hurt me. This happened. As me and him shared a lovely connection. Yeah. Okay, good, Red Rose. Thank you. Thank you for saying that I explain things well, because sometimes in my head I'm like, what am I saying? Exactly, Red Rose. He has more recognition of his feelings for you through that. Yes, that is correct. That is what I'm picking up on. You're very welcome, Red Rose. All right, Destiny, I see you got a 3-question reading. Perfect. So I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, but when you order through Etsy, you get an additional follow-up question. So for example, I put in the description, like if your question is, what are my inherent psychic abilities? You could have a follow-up question like, what does spirit suggest I do to open or strengthen these abilities? So as long as the follow-up relates to the original question, you can get an additional follow-up. I notice a lot of times when I do readings for people, they have like additional questions because of what I've brought up during that reading. So I just want to make sure that you're aware that you will get a follow-up for each of these questions if you have more things that you want additional insight on. So we're going to start off here for you, Destiny, and go ahead and choose whichever crystal is calling to you. This is the tarot deck that I will use for your reading. So let me know option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. All right, so you want number 3. Number 3 is our amethyst, and this is letter B. Letter B correlates with our chakra wisdom tarot, so let me grab that deck for you real quick. All right, and we are going to roll for your oracle. Since you ordered on Etsy, you get an additional oracle added into your readings. We have number 6. Number 6 is the oracle of the 7 energies. So you said you want to know what Dr. Woodfork thought about your first observation day. Okay, sounds good. Is this like, are you apprenticing somewhere, or is this for school or a job? Perfect. Spirit, Destiny Lear here wants to know, what did Dr. Woodfork think about their first observation day, please? This is for Destiny's job. What did Dr. Woodfork think about the first observation day? What did Dr. Woodfork think about the first observation day, please, for Destiny? What details do you have that you could provide? Okay, so they feel like you have a very progressive approach. I realized my mic wasn't completely plugged up. They're back again, Queen. They feel like you have a very expansive approach, a very progressive approach, and I feel like also they feel like you would do well here in this job for, time to come. Like, I see that this is them looking upon the future and looking at you and wanting you to be here for a while. We have the 6 of Cups, so I feel like you've either had some type of education or some type of job where you're very well suited for this position that you're in right now. Six of Cups is making me think that there was some schooling that benefited you here during this time, or maybe possible, you know how like when you have skills that you acquire through previous jobs and things like that, like they view you as someone who's skilled, who has a lot of knowledge, and that your past is making you shine. You've like learned a lot, and there's something from what you've acquired over time that is beneficial to you in this position. You said school. Okay, good. Okay, so overall, I feel like the person you're asking about views you as someone who's very positive, who's fairly like you have a very like warm demeanor, or there's something about you that's very likable. And the sun indicates that they feel like you'll be very successful here. So these are all very good things. What else can you tell me here about destiny? So they feel that you have a type of confidence about you. Like it's almost like a wisdom in a way, kind of like what you've been through. Your trials and tribulations have made you a very strong person. And they kind of see you, which is kind of funny, but kind of see you as someone who like, don't fuck with this person, like don't mess with this person, because they, not that you have a sharp tongue, but you know how to hold your ground and say what's on your mind. You're fairly opinionated. But at the same time, this quality about you is very likable. So I don't know if you were fairly outspoken during this interaction or during this time, but I feel like they view you as someone who really can hold their own and say what they need to say when they need to say it. Like I'm almost waiting for the Strength card to come out as like a gentle influence, where it's like you have the ability to express yourself in a way that's well received, which not a lot of people are able to do in a very pleasant and quaint and adorable fashion. Red Rose placed a donation. We'll be with you shortly. Let's see. All right, these two cards came out at the same time. So I feel like it's possible that they view you as someone who's going to be very established here. The 10 of Coins can indicate retirement. So like I said, they were viewing you as someone who they could see you being here for a long time. Like that's probably part of the reason why they hired you and wanted you to work here, because they felt like not only would, I feel like it's a mutually beneficial situation. Like I feel like they felt like they had stuff to offer to you, but in addition to that, they could really see you going places. I hear like internal promotions as well. Just I feel like this job, they viewed you as someone who would be here for a long time. You probably told them that you have commitments to this job, or something alluded them to the fact that this is something that you wanted and you look at as a career or something along those lines. Hold on one second, Destiny. Sorry, Destiny. I was feeling a little bit unwell, so I was just clearing my energy so I can continue with your reading. So, Dr. Woodfork, masculine energy. This person comes off as a masculine energy. Oh, you said she doesn't say much. Just ask if I have any questions. Okay, so she's coming, she's very much in her masculine. So what I'm getting from this is that she comes of a place of authority. She takes her position very seriously, but we also have the Queen of Coins here. You could be making an impression on a masculine energy as well. But I feel like she takes her position of authority very well. I feel like this person doesn't necessarily play favorites, Destiny, so that's very good, is that they're looking at you very objectively as well. Okay, so this is a random message for you, Destiny. I'm just gonna say what I'm seeing here. Just take what I say with a grain of salt. But I feel like they view you as someone who's very likable, and that could start workplace romances, okay? And they're a little bit concerned about that. I don't know if you feel like you're just a very well-liked, beautiful person, but that's how she's viewing you. That's how this person is viewing you. And I think that they're hoping that for no workplace workplace romantic connections or relationships. Did you have a follow-up question to your impression question? You said it's all women. That's so funny. It could indicate a jealous energy, but I'm getting that there's workplace romances or crushes. The little face, that's so funny. Not for that one. Okay, sounds good. So what you're saying is you're into men and men only. But yeah, she seems to be a good and objective person. She likes to observe more than anything, but yeah, it's all good things. Good things I'm picking up on. All right, so second question, how does your husband feel about you? Let's see. You do? You attract women as well? Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, so I was picking up on something there. There's a masculine energy with their eye on you. That's hilarious. All right, so for Destiny, how does Destiny's husband feel? How does Destiny's husband feel? How does Destiny's husband feel about Destiny, please? All right, so I heard committed with the Hierophant. The word committed came through. So I feel like this person is very committed to you and your marriage. Let me clarify why the Seven of Swords is here. Because that can indicate a sneaky energy, but with the Hierophant, I feel like this person's committed. Also, I think that they want you to be committed to them as well. I think this is something that concerns them. Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? He's not telling you about all his future plans. So I'm not sure where, like, okay, so this is giving me the energy, granted, you guys are already married, but this is giving me the energy of, like, someone who wants to propose. So, like, they're not being completely honest about their intentions because they want to keep it a secret or a surprise. Like, he's thinking about the future with you, and he's kind of keeping it to himself right now. How does Destiny's husband feel about Destiny? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna keep shuffling. I'm feeling, Destiny, that he feels like he's not doing enough. He's not doing enough for your connection. Like, he feels like he's trying to do more or do what you need from him or something like that, but he feels like he's not giving enough to this. I feel like this person's very hard on themselves, and he feels like he wants to just keep giving you more or offering more or talking to you more and communicating with you. He said he doesn't talk much, but the thing is that he very much loves you. We have the Ace of Cups, so his cup of love he gives to you. He has a very good temperance, so there's no, like, devil or anything in here that makes me feel like, you know, he's not being committed to you or anything like that. He seems like a very good, loyal person, but I feel like he just feels like he needs to continue to give to you. He is the King of Coins. He is the King of Pentacles, so he's probably a little bit like my guy, where he moves slowly, he makes decisions very carefully, he thinks through every single situation of what could happen, and he's more of a provider mindset. It needs to be a secret. He has a karmic family that tries to come in between what we have. Yeah, like, I feel, and as soon as I saw that, I cut the deck and I saw the devil. So yeah, you needed his family, not good. This family is not good for you. I feel like there's another card that I need to pull here. Give me 1 second. Like, he feels a bit restricted in some way when it comes to giving you what you want. I knew the King of Wands was going to come out. I freaking saw it. So, if I'm understanding this correctly, his love language is material-based, earthly possessions and matters, maybe like gifts or providing for you in your house and home. And then also, he provides to you sexually. Like, there's no other way to say that. He communicates with you and shows you how much he loves you through sex. But I feel like in some way he feels like he doesn't give enough to you. Like, I feel like he's very hard on himself when it comes to your relationship. Like, he feels like even though he does these things for you and he shows up as a king, that he feels like he's not offering enough emotionally. Or communication wise. Like, he's showing up as the King of Coins and the King of Wands, not the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Like, he feels very much like he wishes he could do more. I feel like he is working on his communication with the Eight of Coins and the Princess of Swords. He is trying to work on this, so just know that. But I feel like his plans for your future is I feel like he likes the element of surprise. He wants to surprise you. He wants to keep you guessing so he doesn't tell you everything. But I feel like this person is loyal and committed to you. He said, I like our stuff to be private. Exactly. I feel the same. Like, I don't see emotions unless it's frustration. Yeah. Your guy sounds a little bit like my guy. All right, so we have quieting the mind. So this person hears their thoughts very loudly, and they have trouble processing this and navigating through their very loud brain. They want you to know that they feel a lot more than they show. They feel for you a lot more than they show. I feel like they have very good instincts as well. Like, they can read people very quickly and know what type of person they are, even if they just met them. Their obstacle is quieting their mind. Did you have a follow-up to that? Good. I'm glad it's accurate for you. Okay. All right. So go ahead with your next question, Destiny. Sounds good. Spirit, why did Destiny's friend Ben, Red Rose, hey, we are working on our last question and then we'll be on to your donation, okay? Destiny ordered 3 questions for detailed readings. Why did Destiny's friend Ben distance himself? I heard the word obligation, but let's dig into it. Why did... Okay. Okay, so... Destiny, I feel like your gut has already told you why, but I feel like out of obligation, he felt like he needed to distance himself. Whether he's in a relationship or it's just because you were married, he felt like he needed to, out of respect for these relationships that you guys have, because he was feeling more romantic feelings for you than he desired, and I feel like he was in denial about it. But the more you guys interacted, the more he realized. I don't necessarily feel like this is how it started off, but I feel like this is something that kind of grew over time, and I feel like you are aware of this. He felt conflicted. He has a lot of indecisive energies here, where does he go this way or does he go this way? And what that's telling to me is he felt very conflicted internally about the situation, and out of respect for you, for your relationship, if he was in a relationship, out of respect for his, he felt obligation to walk away, to step away. I think for a long time he was in denial. We have close encounters, so the more time he was around you, he was like discovering this. I think that he felt like he was in competition with someone who he couldn't compete with, because the Emperor is the ultimate divine masculine, and while he was a king, he was not the Emperor. And there's only so much that he could offer to you, and I think that things felt very conflicting and confusing for him. He viewed you as strength, and I feel like he had these emotions that he didn't know what to do with. But why would he be upset about vacation photos though? You know what I mean? Like, what is the underlying reason? I feel like he had more feelings for you than he was letting on, or that he actually wanted to admit to himself. He's not going to express these emotions because he has respect for you and for your relationship. Are you talking about your vacation photos between you and him, or vacation photos of you and your husband? I feel like this was something that was later realized. You guys maintained a friendship for a while, and this was something that he later realized. And out of just courtesy, and yeah, and out of courtesy, I just kind of feel like he was just like, you know what, like, I'm not going to be the person that's going to ruin this or whatever, but I do need to distance myself because of how I feel. Like, he knew he couldn't do anything about this, so he let it go. I will say, at first, he didn't have feelings, and then he kind of did, but they were in denial. And then, like, he subtly accepted them, but then he was like, "There's what do I do with these feelings? I can't do anything, so I just need to distance myself." Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. He seems like a very loyal person as well. He seems like a very good person, but I feel like he just wants you to be happy and you to be able to move forward. And he was not going to step in the way of that, but this was a burden that he was carrying. The reason why I feel like it was love is just because the very first card I come out with the energy, we have great big love here. And the storyteller is kind of like the story he was telling himself, kind of being in denial a little bit. And the close encounters, the more the time you guys spent together, he was almost like he just kind of discovered this. It's like something that kind of happened very suddenly. Yeah, like, I see one queen and I see two masculine energies. So I wouldn't necessarily be too concerned about this. This is something that he will get over, and he'll move on from. And I think that more than anything, he was observing these feelings, and but he would never do anything about it. He would never say anything to you about it. And I feel like he wasn't really taking himself seriously either. Like, I feel like it's a very hard, like, way to describe, but I feel like he wasn't taking his feelings seriously. And he was just like, you know what? The only thing I can do is just step away and walk away, and I'm going to go over this. It's fine. But he didn't want to put himself in the position. That's what it is. He didn't want to put himself in the position where things just grew more and more, or like he jeopardized your friendship or your relationship. It sucks because y'all had a friendship and you feel like he kind of just walked away from it, but I do feel like he'll come back around again. He just kind of had to get these feelings out of his system. It's like what he's thinking to himself. That's funny, Destiny. Yeah, that I just answered your question. He will. He just feels like I hear him in his mind go, I just need to get away. I just need to get this out of my system. Spirit, does he plan on reaching out to continue the friendship? Does he plan on reaching out to continue the friendship? Does he plan on reaching out to continue the friendship? Yes or no? Right now, Destiny, he just has to stop thinking so highly of you. I heard the word busy, so I do feel like he's trying to busy himself, distract himself. So the thing is that Ben is a very truthful person. Ben is someone who's extremely honest, and I feel like what was important to him was maintaining that honesty to you and maintaining that loyalty to you. And so when he felt like he was developing feelings for you, he felt like he was being a liar. Like he felt like he was not being honest with you, and he didn't like that. He didn't like that feeling. And even though he feels distant from you now, and this does bother him, I think that he feels like it's what's best. And again, I do see him withdrawing from you right now. But as far as coming back together, yes, I feel like once he feels like he's stronger and once he's kind of gotten over things, I see him coming back. But it was really funny though, because you asked that question and then I realized I had already answered it. He just is saying to himself, I just need to kind of like let these things kind of just settle and move on from it. The biggest thing that's kind of getting me is he's not taking himself seriously. Like that part kind of is kind of crazy. Like he kind of feels like he's a crush or something like that he'll get over. So yeah, so remember when I said I'm not sure if he's in a relationship, but I feel like out of respect for his relationship and also yours, he stepped back. Like that's what I was picking up on. But thank you for confirming that. Red Rose. We have your question here. More on Chris's feelings for me and why his mom showed up on my social media a while back. I don't even know her. Assuming he said something, but it's been no communication. Red Rose, did Chris's mom send you like a friend request or something? You're very welcome, Destiny. Thank you so much for placing an order with me. I appreciate you. Queen, you're about to ask her if he's in a relationship. He will continue to go on unbothered, Destiny. I feel like he's going to try to come back around when he feels less, but there could be a point where he isn't able to like fight these feelings anymore. So just know that that's a possibility. Red Rose says, no, she popped up on people I may know the other day. Oh, okay. You're very welcome, Destiny. Thanks for coming back, hon. We appreciate you. For context, it was after I sent him a message and unsent it out of nervousness. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here. More on Chris's feelings. Why his mom... Okay, Spirit is telling me, of course, that's it. Already start shuffling, that I need the Wizards deck instead. Okay. Can I get more on Chris's feelings for Red Rose, please, Spirit? More on Chris's feelings. More on Chris's feelings. Why did mom show up, please? Oh my gosh, so much information. All right, so your intuition is correct, okay, Raphia? Your intuition is correct. He's talked to his mom about you. Wait, or did you tell me that? Did you not tell me that? Can I get more Chris's feelings for me and why his mom showed up on my social media? I don't even know her. Assuming he said something. Yeah, okay. So what do you see here? A mother and son having a conversation, okay, about his cup of love. So I feel as though they did have this conversation about what makes him feel happy, what makes him feel fulfilled. And I feel like it was a coincidence that this person showed up on your social media. However, I feel like it's something that was manifested by Chris, because he is thinking about you, and we have the Magician here. So you got to think, what we think about, we bring about. And so he's basically pulling you into his reality with the Magician card. So by doing things like talking about you, thinking about you, he's essentially drawing you into his timeline. And so therefore you're going to start seeing his name more. You're going to start hearing things about him, or maybe things that remind you of him, in addition to seeing why his mom showed up on your timeline, because that's someone who's connected to him. So these are things that basically the wonders of the universe as to why these things happen. I don't necessarily think that his mom was like lurking on your page or anything. I definitely feel like this was a matter of coincidence, but I feel like it was manipulated by him in what he's manifesting. What else? I feel like there's probably a conversation that they had about long-term relationships and what he wants out of life and what he wants, from a family or something along those lines. I feel like this was a conversation that happened, and I feel like it's possible that he brought you up to her, or had a conversation, at the very least, about what it is he wants from a relationship. She could know that he's possibly unhappy where he is. We do have the Five of Swords, and we also have the Three of Cups, third party situations involving romance. So I think it's possible he is considering separating from Chloe. I would not say and would not feel confident telling you that's happened already, but I feel like he is having an internal battle here. As far as feelings for you, I still feel like there's an intention to make an offer or communicate with you in some way, but I feel like it's less communication and more something substantial, because it is the Pentacles. It could start off as conversation, but I feel like a lot is leading him and facing you, or facing him in your direction. Hello, Manor, how are you? So he's talked about me to his mom possibly saying, but he's not communicating to me in a while. Yeah, I think that that's possible. Either he's communicated about you, or more likely, he's communicated about his relationships, about his cup of love equaling, like, aka his heart, about what it is that he wants for the future. I think that's very possible that he may have related his relationship to you, and he may have brought your name up in conversation, but I feel like him and his mom has had a heart-to-heart, and because he's thinking about you a lot, then the universe has brought his mom like into your reality and brought her into your social media. I am doing well today. Hungry, thinking about getting some watermelon in a minute. Yes, because we shared such a meaningful connection. Yeah. So just anticipate, him coming forward, but I feel like he is not out of his relationship right now, so that's, you gotta walk like on a fine line there with that. But I feel like he'll probably want to make the decision about his relationship before he comes forward, because I don't really necessarily see him as someone who is, he just has to tread very carefully. Like, if he's still involved, that's something to just be, keep in the back of your mind, if that makes sense. Manor, our free list is closed. I put that in the title of this video. But if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, because I will be back tomorrow with more free readings. If you are interested in donating or placing an order, you can do that for your question to be answered right now. Yes, does make sense, really. Okay, good. I'm glad that it makes sense. Thank you again for placing a donation in Red Rose. Got some watermelon. I feel like my blood sugar is low and I'm like, I need to eat something. I've been trying to eat more smaller meals more frequently throughout the day.